The snow fell silently, blanketing the world in a serene, white cover. Each flake seemed to whisper secrets of the night, creating a peaceful yet eerie atmosphere. A blanket of white covered the suburban landscape, transforming it into a winter wonderland. The houses, adorned with twinkling lights, stood silent and still, as if holding their breath. Inside, a fire crackled merrily in the fireplace, casting a warm glow that danced on the walls. The room was filled with the comforting scent of burning wood, a stark contrast to the cold outside. Stockings hung with care awaited their bounty. Each one was a symbol of hope and joy, filled with the promise of Christmas morning. But outside, a shadow lurked, a figure dressed in red and green standing motionless in the snow. It was a sight that sent shivers down the spine. This was not Santa Claus, this was something evil, something twisted. The figure's smile was a grotesque parody of joy, a mask hiding malevolent intentions, something that would turn this night of joy into a night of terror. The figure moved closer, its presence a dark omen against the backdrop of festive cheer. The Christmas tree twinkled, oblivious to the horror about to unfold. Its lights blinked cheerfully, a stark contrast to the darkness creeping ever closer. The scent of pine and cinnamon hung heavy in the air, a cruel mockery of the innocence soon to be shattered. The decorations, symbols of joy now, seemed to mock the impending doom. A child's laughter echoed from upstairs, a sound that would soon be replaced by screams, the innocence of youth, unaware of the danger lurking just outside. Christmas would never be the same. The night that began with silent snow and festive cheer would end in a nightmare, forever changing the meaning of Silent Night. We deck the halls with boughs of holly. We sing carols of peace and joy. Christmas, for many, represents a time of warmth, family and light. But beneath the surface of merriment lies a darker undercurrent, an ancient fear, a recognition that the shortest day of the year is also the longest night. The winter solstice, a time when the sun seems to vanish, has always been associated with unease. It's a period when ancient cultures feared the forces of darkness might prevail. Christmas, strategically placed near this date, absorbed some of that primal dread. It's in our DNA, a fear of the dark, a fear of what lurks when the sun goes down. Every culture has its monsters, and Christmas, with its long nights and ancient echoes, is the perfect time for them to emerge. In Iceland, it's the Yule cat, a monstrous feline that devours anyone not gifted new clothes. In Austria and parts of Germany, Krampus, the demonic anti-Santa, punishes naughty children. These figures, though terrifying, served a purpose. They reminded people that even during times of celebration, darkness lingered. They were cautionary tales, warnings against greed, selfishness, and forgetting the true spirit of the season. Fact can be scarier than fiction, and Christmas, for all its joy, has seen its share of real-life horrors. The 2008 Covina massacre, where a man dressed as Santa opened fire at a Christmas party, serves as a chilling reminder that evil doesn't take holidays. Then there are the unexplained events. The strange lights seen in the sky on Christmas Eve, dismissed as weather phenomena or airplanes, but leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. The disappearances, the unsolved mysteries, the whispers of something sinister lurking beneath the surface of holiday cheer. Section 5. The Darkness Under the Tree. Why Christmas breeds fear? Why is Christmas such fertile ground for horror? Perhaps it's the contrast, the juxtaposition of light and darkness, joy and sorrow, hope and despair. Christmas is a time of heightened emotions, and fear, like its counterpart, joy, thrives in such environments. Or maybe it's the pressure. The societal expectation to be happy, to be generous, to be surrounded by loved ones. For some, this pressure can be overwhelming, leading to feelings of isolation, inadequacy and fear. Christmas, for all its magic, can be a painful reminder of what we lack. Section 6. Krampus, the shadow of Saint Nick. Of all the Christmas horrors, Krampus stands out. A creature of alpine folklore, Krampus is the antithesis of Santa Claus. Where Santa rewards good behavior, Krampus punishes the bad. He is a beast, half goat, half demon, with chains and bells that clang ominously as he stalks the night. Krampus is a reminder that there are consequences for our actions, that even during a time of celebration we cannot escape judgment. He is the shadow self of Christmas, the dark side of our desire for reward and recognition. He is the fear that we are not good enough, that we will be punished for our transgressions. Section 7. Festive Fears, Modern Twists on Holiday Horrors. Modern horror has embraced the unsettling side of Christmas. The holiday season, often associated with joy and warmth, has a darker side that filmmakers have been eager to explore. Films like Black Christmas and Krampus tap into our primal fears, twisting familiar holiday tropes into something terrifying. These movies take the comforting symbols of Christmas, Santa Claus, Christmas trees and festive lights, and turn them into sources of dread and horror. These films resonate because they reflect our anxieties about the holidays, the pressure to be perfect, the fear of disappointment, the lurking darkness beneath the surface of cheer. The stress of family gatherings, the financial strain of gift-giving, and the societal pressure to be joyful can all contribute to a sense of unease that horror films exploit. The internet has also become a breeding ground for Christmas horror. Online communities and forums are filled with stories and legends that twist the holiday spirit into something sinister. Creepypastas, short horror stories shared online, often feature twisted Santas, malevolent elves, and haunted presents. These tales spread quickly, feeding off the collective fear and imagination of the online community. These stories, though often fantastical, tap into our fear of the unknown, the things that go bump in the night, the darkness that lurks just beyond the glow of the Christmas tree lights. They remind us that even in the most joyous of seasons, there can be an undercurrent of fear and mystery waiting to be uncovered. The blending of holiday cheer with horror creates a unique genre that continues to captivate audiences. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and confront the hidden fears that lie beneath our festive traditions. Whether through film, literature or online stories, the modern twists on holiday horrors offer a thrilling escape from the conventional celebrations, reminding us that even in the light, shadows can exist. Section 8. Conclusion, a time for fear and cheer. Christmas is a time of contradictions. It's a season where joy and fear coexist, where the warmth of family gatherings contrasts with the cold, dark nights. The festive lights that adorn our homes and streets serve as beacons of hope, yet they also cast long, eerie shadows that remind us of the unknown lurking just beyond the glow. It's a time for joy and fear, for light and darkness, for hope and despair. The duality of the season is what makes it so compelling. On one hand, we have the cheerful carols, the laughter of children, and the warmth of a crackling fire. On the other, there are the ghost stories, the eerie silence of a snow-covered night, and the unsettling feeling that something might be watching from the shadows. It's a time when we celebrate the best of humanity. We come together to share love, joy, and generosity. The act of giving gifts, the shared meals, and the communal celebrations all highlight the goodness in people. These moments of connection and happiness are what make the season truly special, while acknowledging the darkness that lurks within us all. The season also brings to light our fears and anxieties. The long, dark nights can be a time of reflection where we confront our inner demons and the shadows of our past. It's a reminder that even in the midst of joy, there is always an element of fear. And perhaps that's what makes Christmas horror so compelling. The genre taps into this duality, blending the festive with the frightening. It takes the familiar symbols of the season, like the Christmas tree, the ornaments and the lights, and twists them into something unsettling. This juxtaposition of the merry and the macabre creates a unique and captivating experience. It reflects the duality of our nature, the constant struggle between good and evil, light and shadow. This internal conflict is mirrored in the stories we tell and the traditions we uphold. The cheerful songs and the spooky tales are two sides of the same coin. each adding depth and richness to the season, the constant struggle between good and evil, light and shadow. This balance is what makes the season so intriguing. The interplay of light and dark, joy and fear creates a tapestry of emotions that is both complex and beautiful. It's a reminder that life itself is a blend of contrasts, and that both elements are essential to our experience. So this Christmas, as you gather with loved ones, take a moment to appreciate the full spectrum of the season, the laughter and the tears, the light and the dark, the joy and the fear. Each element adds to the richness of the experience, making it a time of true reflection and celebration. And sing carols around the tree. Let the music fill your heart with warmth and joy. But also, let the silence of the night remind you of the mysteries that lie just beyond the reach of the light. Embrace the full range of emotions that the season brings, for it is in this balance that we find true meaning. Remember that there's more to the season than meets the eye. Remember the ancient fears, the legends and myths that have been passed down through generations. These stories, though often forgotten, are an integral part of the season's magic. They remind us of the timeless nature of our fears and the enduring power of our hopes. The creatures that lurk in the shadows, the spirits that wander the night. These elements add a layer of mystery and intrigue to the season, making it not just a time of joy, but also a time of wonder and awe. They remind us that there is more to the world than what we can see, and that the unknown is always just a step away, the darkness that whispers at the edge of the light. This whisper is a call to acknowledge the full spectrum of our emotions and experiences. It is a reminder that the light is all the more beautiful because of the darkness that surrounds it. The interplay of these elements is what makes the season so rich and meaningful. Remember that Christmas, like life itself, is a tapestry woven from both joy and fear. Each thread, whether bright or dark, adds to the overall beauty and complexity of the pattern. Embrace this duality, for it is what makes the season and life so profoundly beautiful. Is a tapestry woven from both joy and fear. This intricate blend of emotions is what gives the season its unique charm and depth. So as you celebrate, remember to honor both the light and the dark, for together they create the magic of Christmas.